You guys are still headed towards. You guys are still headed towards Palace. That's so. The question is: are you still going to be heading towards Palace, or are you guys going to be heading towards Luna or Tycho? What's the plan so far?
And I got an ominous message from.
Oh yeah, that was the end. The end was you got an ominous message from a Mr. Lee, which was sent through the
was the offices of the UN diplomat whose son we have.
Yeah.
Or like through his hand terminal or something. Like it coded as coming from him, but wasn't from him.
No.
And now it's this big mystery.
While this is happening, I guess during our journey, I want to be in my bunk, and I want to be on OPA book or Bell Twitter or something. I want to message. I want to message Fred Johnson to tell him all about the Culpeper stuff and about how Benji's betrayed us and where we're going and all that kind of stuff. And nobody here should know about it because it's private.
In my head, it's Fred book and Twit Ya Louda.
I love it.
Yes. So
yeah, good question.
I do like how the most
if these kids can't agree on where we're going, I'm going to turn the ship around.
And we're not going to go to Space McDonald's.
Damn right.
I have no idea what's going on.
So let's start with Jata and this kind of situation. So you're sending all this information to while all this thing is going on, you're sending all these things to like tight dreams towards Fred Johnson, or to your contacts. And you want to you're trying to hide your path, so you're trying to maybe relay it, bounce it around different places before it heads back to Tycho.
Oh, naturally.
Okay, give me an encryption check.
Okay. Cryptography.
Cryptography, yeah.
All right, character feeds.
All right, that's good. That's plenty.
I rolled a 16.
Rolled a 16. So you've that's enough for you to bounce it off a bunch of relays. It means it's going to take about 5 minutes longer than it normally would. But it now looks like it's coming from some other place. So it doesn't look like it's coming from you guys. As well as it's much harder to track if anyone's trying to track it.
But they know it's me. At least the people who I speak to has my my signature in it. Yes.
Yeah, Mr. What is it, Mr. J? Is what they start calling you?
Mr. J. No, boys. Mr. J, how are you today?
Point of order, it's an eggplant emoji, but yes.
Eggplant emoji? Yes. Eggplant emoji? Yes. That word, that is...
Aw, Puddin', you know I love your eggplant emoji.
The eggplant emoji is purple and green.
So you, after a few, after the lag time for delivery and return, you almost get an immediate response. And the immediate response is very simple. It says that when you get a chance, reconnoiter at Ceres and report to they give you kind of a code name for somebody at Ceres to report to.
Okay.
But they said they'll go over the kind of the data. It essentially says, go to Ceres, reconnoiter there. We're going to review the data, and we'll get back to you with more specific instructions.
Copy that. I respond with an eggplant emoji and twice. Send.
Twice? Send?
Yeah.
Confirm. one eggplant for no, 2 eggplants for yes. Yeah, I gotcha.
We never seen an eggplant before, but it looks funny.
Let's see. Let's go with next.
This is not a plant.
Sloan and Mark, what is you guys' plan right now?
Is Sledge in the bridge with us?
I think he left, and if you let him leave, because remember you locked it down.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this time to, how is it been much time since last session?
It's been an hour maybe. You know.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of say at this point I've explained that whole situation to you, Mark, without having to rehash through it.
Yeah,
sure.
Like out of character, so I've explained the whole thing. And so this is what I'm going to tell you, like, you know, okay, so the course, I actually redirected us to Palace, but they think we were going to, I don't even remember.
I think they're going to Tycho. Yeah.
Yeah, it thinks we're going to Tycho now.
Where do you really want to be?
Hey, can we go to Cities?
We hear from the lower deck.
Just walks out and screams, "Can we go to Ceres?"
Why?
I mean, technically, we can go anywhere.
Cass is just like, what is going on? Why do we keep changing course?
Okay, shh.
What's the plan, guys? What's the plan?
I mean, is Jata like legitimately saying that, or are you just making a joke?
Oh no, I say it, but that's all I say. I don't force it. I just say it.
Jata, come up here.
Just echoes from downstairs.
I like Ceres.
Sure. Why not?
I float up the hatch into the into the bridge, upside down. I'm like, what?
You look better upside down.
I know. But yeah, boss man, where are we going and why?
You know why? She's like,
No,
you were there.
Oh yeah, he was part of that conversation.
There.
Yeah.
No, as in like the bigger picture. I know where we're going, but why?
Well,
Like, what are we doing there?
Literally just to throw them off for now. I mean, if you have a good reason to want to go to,
Ixnay on the throw off. Isn't Sledge like right there? Like
No, Sledge left.
okay,
He went down.
He's probably
all right. Okay.
Is it confirmed that it was Sledge?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He admitted it.
Right. Oh, I wasn't in the room. Yes, I was.
He confessed.
Yeah, you were like,
No, I wasn't. Yes, I was. No, I wasn't.
I'm trying to remember. So I remember I left mid-scene and I went downstairs. I just don't remember if that was the time he
went down.
Yeah. Okay.
I basically I say so once we get where we're going and we drop off the dead weight, yeah, I'd like to go to Ceres. I don't got a ship of my own, so I don't know. Might be work there.
She just shrugs and just says, "All right."
Work is work.
Maybe we could I don't know, get a fare, deliver something.
Maybe. Because after that, we'll probably go ahead and go to either
I like Ceres.
Tycho or Luna. So, yeah, let's do it. Mark, change the course.
Actually, these guys have point of order, kind of. Actually,
you also still have a UN diplomat, son.
Yep.
And there's a war going on between Earth and Mars, and you're in the middle of deep space. And at any point, you could be intercepted by either of those ships.
That's right. Yeah.
No.
We also need to consider reloading soon.
Yeah. You're
Because
almost
we've been through a few fights.
Right. Isn't that where we're going?
Yeah.
Doesn't Palace have that stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, there are shipyards, of course.
Yeah.
So
The series?
Also, what is Palace?
Palace is a industrial station. It hasn't showed up in the TV series yet. It shows up kind of later, and they kind of mention it every so often. But essentially, it's like it's a big asteroid, kind of like Ceres.
I think it's where we started our campaign.
No, you started Ceres,
I really feel for anyone that's trying to follow our trajectory through space. I feel bad for them.
Good. Yeah, good.
Like, they've turned 6 times. Where the fuck are they going?
Yeah, that's kind of the point, I think, too.
They call
the
it
message that Cass got back, was it text or audio?
Text.
Yeah.
Text. Okay. So Cass has been just like rereading that message, trying to figure shit out.
But not in the good way where like you got a really good like series of texts from somebody and it just like makes you feel really good to read them again.
No, but in like I sent a message to a UN diplomat about getting his son back to him safely, and I got a weird message back from some guy named Mr. Lee. kind of way.
So you guys going to redirect course to Ceres?
No. We're still going to Palace.
Okay.
We're still going to Palace. Sure. No, yeah. Palace to drop off Sledge. And then, well, I would like to go to Ceres. However, we have some weird kid that Cass has. But these guys, they all signed up with the OPA anyway, right? I remember correctly.
Yeah, everyone except for Highland is technically an OPA.
Oh yeah, no secrets anymore. Yeah. So, bossman, our employer wants us in Ceres eventually.
So it's not immediate.
I just float away. I go back downstairs.
Float away. Just push.
Just to throw it out there, Cap. His chance to get into Ceres is significantly higher if we rearm.
Well, Palace is called the Forge for a reason, so we should be able to rearm and refuel.
That's why I immediately
let's continue course to Palace just so we can rearm. If we can drop Sledge, we will, but he does need to be at Luna. But at this point, I mean, shit, I don't really know if I really want him on the ship for much longer anyway. So yeah, let's just go to Palace to see what we drum up over there.
What were you gonna say, Highland?
Great, I'll get back to doing nothing. Thanks.
I know Highland was going to say something. I don't know what was.
No, I said I love it because it was called the Forge. That's all. It was out of character. Out of character.
Just so you know, Paul, I will be watching ship internal cameras and keeping an eye on Sledge.
Okay.
I don't care what others are doing, but following him around.
After about 2 hours have passed, Cass, you receive another message from Mr. Lee.
Yeah.
It reads, "You really shouldn't be going to Palace. You need to go to Luna."
I like get on ship's comms and I'm just like, or like I call him up to the bridge.
Because you still think you're going to Luna because no one's told you anything.
Well, I knew we changed course.
Yeah,
but that's about it. But I like call him up to the bridge. I'm like, Mark, you there? Did you get the details on that?
That's what you get back.
Yeah. Did you get the details on that course change?
Which one?
The one where you left. You were in here with me 3 hours ago. We changed course. You went up to the bridge.
Yeah. Obviously, you felt the ship turn, right?
Yeah. Where are we headed?
Hey, you want to talk about that? Head up here.
Right. I think I know. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine. I'm gonna wake the kid up.
Great.
Okay. You're gonna wake him up?
Pass out. Yep, I start like bringing him out of his stupor. Right.
It takes about 20 or 30 minutes, and he's a little groggy at first, and then you start hearing him kind of come out.
And I'm like on a stool next to his med bed with my pistol.
Okay. and he's, Agent Cassidy.
Not so much anymore. It's just Cass. How you doing?
I don't know where I am.
You're not on a pirate ship anymore, so that's nice.
What's going on?
I was hoping you might be able to shed some light on that, actually.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. All I know is I was walking on Luna, and then I heard something behind me, and then I think they bagged me, and then I remember waking up with you in a ship.
Who's Mr. Lee?
What?
It's a pretty simple question. I know. Look, I spent enough time with you to know you're not exactly smart. But you're gonna want to answer me. Who's Mr. Lee?
What? How does is he involved in this?
What the hell have you gotten me mixed up in again?
He tries to go reach for instinctively go for his hand terminal, and he's like still strapped, and he's like, I don't.
That was for your own good. We've had some hard maneuvering, and we didn't want you, messing up our med bay with your blood.
Blood? What?
Hard maneuvering. You would have flopped around. That's why you're strapped in. Calm down.
Where's my hand terminal?
I don't know.
It has the information. All I know is Mr. Lee is. I don't know much about him. He shows up to the office every so often. He always goes by Mr. Lee. I don't even know if that's his real name. He's a friend of Dad's. Some people in the office were thinking that he might be, a spook, or he could be some sort of corporate guy working for another company. I don't know. He just is very all smiles and business suits.
Right. Well, you didn't exactly come gift wrapped with a hand terminal from the pirates who had you, so that's out the window. That being said, I have some conversations to have with the rest of my crew.
Wait. Is Mr. Lee involved? Is he the reason why I'm here? How do you know about Mr. Lee? What's going on? Where am I?
Welcome to the Actium.
And it's just one question. I still have what about the rest?
Yeah, you and me both. That I reach over and I start undoing his straps though.
Okay. So he kind of flexes a little bit because he's been unconscious for 2 days.
Yeah.
He's been in an induced coma, so he moves around a little bit. It's ooh.
Yeah, you're gonna want to stretch.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna need to have a conversation. Don't worry. I have no interest in any kind of harm coming to you, but God damn it if you don't always show up right around the time that things get bad for me. And I stand up and I'm covered in bandages and shit.
Yeah. He looks a little confused and blinks a little bit, and then kind of checks his own pulse, and then looks around, blinks a little bit.
Don't worry, you're fine. I am gonna lock the door, however, and I say that to him, and I leave, and I lock the med bay, and then I get on my hand. Captain, could you meet me on the bridge?
I'm already up on the bridge.
Oh, I thought you might have gone and done other things. Oh well.
No,
all right.
I'm doing my nails later.
I'll be up in a second. Cass climbs up to the bridge very gingerly.
Okay.
So we're going to Palace, huh?
Yeah, we need to get some supplies, mostly more gun.
Aston wasn't told this, by the way.
Yeah, no one has let me know.
And yeah, and she has that moment of, okay. So here's what happened. And and once again, I'm just gonna kind of say, I'm just gonna do the same thing. She just explains that whole thing that happened with Sledge.
Okay.
That son of a bitch.
I know. So 10 minutes later, it's so this is what happened. This is why we're going to Palace.
All right.
My house smells like fried chicken right now.
Damn it. Okay. Cards on the table. I don't know if I've actually filled the crew in entirely about who Billy is.
No.
Your boy?
Cards on the table. The little asshole we've got in the med bay. Did we ever give him a last name?
We did, and we mentioned it at one point, but I can't remember. And he's an actual, like, he's the son of an actual character from the books, like a minor admiral from the books.
Gotcha.
His last name is McGee for now.
McGee,
I was going to say
that. That's the default last name when you can't remember.
So
I don't have it on my list.
We do what we
I can't look at my list. I can't look at anything on Roll20.
What you do know about young William is that he's the son of a UN diplomat, and he's a pain in the ass. What you don't know about William is that in maybe kind of a roundabout way, he's the whole reason I'm on this damn ship.
Okay.
A few years ago, I was working security detail, watching a couple of brats.
Mm-hmm.
Got my ass blown up.
Of course.
And Billy had to have some limb regrowth done. And, you know, politicians, they were looking for a fall guy.
Understood. Well,
I give you all that information to let you know that I have no love for young William, but I tried, you know, I tried to get us out of that whole mess with the Martians by with the UN. I mean, the whole mess with that UN destroyer by sending a message to the kid's dad.
right.
I got a response from the dad's account from somebody who isn't a UN diplomat, who seems to know we're going to Palace. Meaning, literally someone on the fucking moon found out before I did. So that's a conversation we're going to need to have later. But for now, we're being tracked and we're being threatened.
Well, the tracker that is on the ship, courtesy of Sledge, is UN technology.
Jita dips out as you're talking, but like keep talking, just like he's left the conversation now.
You do remember that the tracker was disabled before you made your course correction to Palace, though.
Yeah, I still dip out, going towards the tracker.
So they might be, you know, tracking us through just tracking our drive cone. Who knows? At this point, yeah, I think we're going to Palace to restock, right?
Yes.
That might still be the best option, but after that, we should head to Luna.
Fair enough. Well,
which it sounds like that's where Sledge wants to go anyway. So,
yeah, but we're gonna see if we can drop them off.
We're gonna see if we can drop the unstable maniac off at the station that we're going to, which isn't the station he thinks we're going to.
Which one?
We'll also know we lied to him.
I think Highland hangs out for a bit. In my mind, he was sweeping the floors.
Yeah,
yeah, and I think he hangs for a bit, maybe a couple moments after Jita leaves, and then he follows Jita.
Which unstable maniac?
The one who has a penchant for exploding people's heads with a big hammer.
Okay.
Yeah. The one we lied to.
With this crew, I have to ask.
The one who betrayed us. You know.
Unknowingly, but still.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Exactly.
All right. So we're going to
Sloane is just somewhat frustrated with all of this, so she's just kind of let's get there. Just get there.
All right.
Just do the thing and then do the other thing and do the thing and do that, you know.
Cass slumps down into one of the stations on the bridge and starts typing up a response to Mr. Lee.
Okay.
Which is heading to Palace to restock and drop some unwanted cargo, like in quotes. Don't worry. We'll keep Billy safe. Heading to Luna after.
All right.
Looking forward to meeting. Just like a separate line, like double line break. Looking forward to meeting you. Because Cass also appreciates that Mr. Lee may think that Cass absolutely hates William.
Yeah, it could be.
So,
Jata and Highland, what are you guys doing?
So I'm heading back to the tracker. I notice Highland follow me, and I go, Filota, how could I have been so stupid?
What?
What if there was more than one tracker?
Oh. Okay, what do you need me to do then?
Well, we need to find another one. Okay. I use my terminal. I look forward to see if maybe perhaps I can identify some like electromagnetic signature, and then we can scan the ship for another one. Maybe there might be more aboard the ship. Maybe you could ask the Smashy guy. He might tell us, since he thinks he's been tricked.
All right. Not very good at talking, but we'll see what if I can do it. All right.
Sure. I'm not good at talking. Oh, God.
All right. Well, I've got confidence.
And he starts making his way up the ladder.
By the way, William's last name is Stenson.
Stenson.
Billy Stenson.
S-T-E-N-S-O-N.
Billy Stents.
Yeah. Right,
so
why not go the extra step and just call him Stetson?
Yes.
Because he's UN, not Martian.
So, you guys are going to sweep throughout the entire ship. So, what your plan is, or?
So yeah, I want to go to the original tracker, and I want to see if there's any way to, I don't know, like see if I can pick up like some kind of like EM signature that it's giving off, so I can use that to trace something else on the ship, like that's giving off the same signature. I don't know how Batman I can be. It's the future. You can regrow limbs, right? So
yeah, I mean, if you want to Amos Burton this, you can Amos Burton this. Let's do it. So give me an intelligence technology check for that, just to.
Oh, darn. Jata needs to do an intelligence technology check.
Don't jinx me! I rolled, but there we go.
There we go. You have 4 stun points if you want to use them. That is a success.
Okay. Stun points to the churn. To the churn. Oh,
to the churn?
Oh, down the rabbit hole.
Okay. For investigation checks or investigation?
Yeah, give me information. Tell me if there's another one or not.
Memorize the infiltration tree because you need so much at it.
All right, so this has Lisa reveal. The GM also provides a brand new lead about a subject you want greater rewards. Okay, so you don't find you're figuring out what the kind of like signature of this to see, and you start thinking like maybe you could find something else like this, but then you realize something. This is a UN tracker, and the thing about the UN is that they always have a backup somewhere, and you start thinking about it and you go, wait a second, there's probably some sort of sub processor, some other thing in there that's used for like, you know, guidance or not specifically tracking, but that someone might be able to piggyback on. Kind of like how, you know, there's like a lot of airplanes will have satellite connections. So where like it'll send out a signal and then connect with a satellite, but that doesn't necessarily send any information. It's just a ping to say, hey, you know, we're going to connect to the network. So it doesn't necessarily always track back, but you might be able to use it as a means to track back. Something that sends out like a signal to try to connect to a local network rather than sending out a direct signal. more of a passive trying to connect to a random Wi-Fi node rather than directly sending out a message.
Right. Can I screw it up?
Yeah. Give me a encryption or cryptography check.
Come on, roll 20.
Screw it up. Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up.
You're jinxing me.
Screw it up, screw it up, screw it up. I don't know which. Now we balanced it out.
But yeah, I hit the roll button, but it's taking a while.
Yeah, let's give it a few seconds for that to happen.
Go into space.
It's going to go to space and come back down. Roll 20 has been having the struggles ever since this whole thing started.
So as I am working on this, I go, so... Highland! Are you gonna talk to Sledge?
Yes, I'm on my way now.
Okay. Keep me posted.
We'll cut to that while this roll's going through. Because it'll go through. It'll just take 10 minutes.
Maybe.
Yeah. So Highland, you are going to talk to Sledge. He's in his room with...
my room?
No, in the room, the guest room with...
Is that where I've been staying?
No.
No, you've been staying in his old room with the dents everywhere.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay,
so
it must be awkward for him.
That probably is, yeah.
So you walk
a nice
into
room. This used to be mine. Okay, that's me. Yeah, right.
You walk in and Paula is asleep on one of the bunk beds, and you see both Sledge and why am I blanking on? I keep blanking on his name, but Wendell. They both have their hand terminals out, and they're flipping things back and forth for each other. And you recognize it as this kind of like a card game that they're playing on their hand terminals. So when you walk in, they both look over and you go. You hear Sledge go, "Hey, you're the new guy. What's up?"
Hey, you're also the newest guy. Could you do me a favor? Can we have the room, please?
And I stare at the other person in the room.
He looks up and he goes, yeah, sure. And he leans up and taps Paula. She goes, what? He goes, Paula, they need to talk for a second. She's like, oh, all right. And she crawls out of bed. They both kind of walk out into the common area.
I wait till the door closes, or he closes the door.
Okay. Is there anything else on the ship we should know about? Because we'll find it. It would be best to know and make it easier for us before we do.
What do you mean? I already
is there another tracker on the ship? Is there anything else we should know about?
Give me a
prior to finding it.
Give me a. You don't have persuasion, do you?
No. What is it? Is that communication?
It's a communication focus.
No, I don't.
So just give me a communications check for that.
All right, and now we switch scenes.
Yes. Actually, Jataz's cryptography went through while we were doing this.
Yeah, it did.
So. Yeah, you have 4 stun points if you want to use anything for social stunts or attitude stunts.
Social. Okay.
Holy balls, that roll.
Yeah.
Confidence will get you far, I guess.
That's right. That's all it takes. It's just a little bit of confidence and a gun.
Where's social? Hello. Let's just drip the churn a bit.
I can drop the churn. Okay.
Yeah.
Page 5 of the quick reference guide, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Where social and attitude stunts are.
Yeah. I didn't know which one you were looking at. The core.
There's general social. I'm an idiot. Okay, great.
Yeah. And then there's attitude below it. So those are the ones that
I have 4. Yeah, I'll just go ahead with the churn for now.
All right. So how many do you want to drop in there? Because the churn
is 3.
So you want to drop 3 in? Okay. Calm in the waters.
And then I guess I will read the room. The GM reveals a current attitude or intention or mood indicator for one character present of your choice. Sledge. And in reaction, your test, you can choose this stunt multiple times per roll. Yeah, so I will. I'll read the room and then drop the churn.
Okay. So okay. So he seems confused but nervous when you're saying this. Like, you can't quite tell if he's lying, but you definitely can tell that when you talk to him, he was surprised, caught off guard. It didn't seem to, like, he seemed just confused by your discussion, but he also seems nervous because he's like, oh shit, because you're coming at him like, be upfront with me. You know, you become very, very confident, but also very aggressive. Like, get out of the room, just us talking about it. So he seems very in between about that.
So,
I don't know. I didn't put another one in.
Don't know.
Okay. I there might be. Not
if
me,
there
though.
is one. Okay, well, if there is another one, it's yours.
I didn't put another one in.
You don't have to, but I'm telling you that if there is another one, it's yours. So it's best if we knew before we find it. Okay, that's it. You can continue your game.
And then he leaves.
You have the room.
And flops out down the...
And Paula just kind of walk back in. Yeah, okay. I'll walk back in. So, Jata, your cryptography...
that was only a 13.
There's only a 13. But do you have intelligence? You can roll intelligence twice, right? Because of hacking, or is that only for technology?
The way I read it, it's only for intelligence technology.
Okay. So you think you're able to scramble it, but you're not too sure. Because the way this thing works is that every certain amount of time, so every few seconds, it does a connection request. And you're trying to scramble it so it can't do a connection request. But because it's UN military, it changes. It's trying to change the frequency upon which it's trying to connect every single time. So you're essentially trying to guess what frequency it's going to be using next, and then scramble that before it can do it.
Does this thing look like it has the capacity to explode?
I mean, it could blow up, but it's not gonna it's not a bomb.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Just making sure, because I wouldn't touch it otherwise.
Yeah.
You dead yet, Highland? No, he says he couldn't find another, he says he didn't have another, but I think he's lying. If we find it, I told him it's his no matter what. And he'll be dealing with it.
Okay.
I'm right here. Give me 1 second.
And he clops down the ladder.
Yeah, he says he couldn't, he doesn't know. He seemed confused, but I think he's lying. I think there could be another one.
Right. I couldn't break it.
I don't like him.
You don't like him?
Nah, I don't like him. I hope we find another one.
I'm with you. For a belter, he's very, very strange.
Yeah,
like the way I have this guy in my mind, like he wields a sledgehammer. He's a belter. He shouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So the track, I'm not able to hack it. I'm not able to stop it from transmitting.
But there is another one.
I don't think so. I think it has a backup in it. Like this UN tech.
Oh, so it's still broadcasting.
It is, yes. Whatever Sabakawala who at the other end of this thing, he knows where we're going.
Okay, all right. So But it's not broadcasting. Is us talking? Can it hear us?
Can you hear us? I don't know. I don't think so.
Right, well,
I don't see a microphone, but UN deck.
He collapsed to the other side of the cargo bay, and then
okay, so well, if it is still tracking, it still works fine because we're going to Palace, right? I think, and then wherever we're going, they're going to show up, maybe. And if they do, then we know who they are, and that'll be fine, right? I think it'll be all right. The only thing is, can you just destroy it?
I mean, yeah, but then there goes our element of we know who you know.
Right, but they're just going to know all of the no's if we stay with keeping it going. You know?
I know. Let us, I guess we better talk to the boss man, otherwise,
All right.
Yeah, boss man, is Highland in the cargo bay?
Boss man over.
Okay. Well, we're down here. Have a question for you. If you could make your way down whenever is convenient, thank you.
All right, I'll be there in a moment.
So,
What did I do? Did I do well?
Yeah.
All right.
as you do, as that happens, let's go back to Cass real quickly. Cass, you get another message returning, which is seems very urgent. It's written in all caps, so you know he's yelling. He says, "Don't go to Palace. It's a trap. They're tracking you. You have to go to Luna. It is your only chance." And then he attaches a message that was sent to you, warning about Benji from the last season. He just attaches that message as well.
he sent an attachment to last season's VODs.
Yes. Because they had some messages that were received, or it was sent to not to you, it was sent to Mark. It was the messages that were sent to Mark, which were letters encrypted from his parents from when he was in the Martian Navy that were encrypted specifically with messages in them, which you had seen as well. Only, as far as you know, only Mark and the crew has seen that.
God damn it all. All right. Mark, get a course ready for Luna. I need to figure this out. Things are more complicated than I thought. Also, I think I found your stepdad is what I'm gonna is the joke I'm gonna make here. And I like toss the email with the letter attachment over to him.
Are you guys like on the bridge or somewhere else?
Yeah,
we're just on the bridge, but weren't you going down? I hardly ever leave
the bridge. Oh yeah.
No, this happened right as you get the message from, like, after
right.
you tell you I'm gonna go down there. That's when Cass.
Oh, so
I'm like,
she's still on the bridge.
Go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go downstairs. I literally just.
Well, I still say the same stuff to Mark.
Yeah.
Like, and then I'm like, Captain, everything is annoying. That's what I'm going with. I picked a hell of a week to stop drinking.
Okay, first of all, let me ask.
This is also the first time Cass is announcing that he's stopping drinking. By the way.
Okay.
Mark's like, yeah, okay.
Here's the deal.
Been
This
3 hours.
person's sending you messages like this Lee, like what? I mean,
based on this is the person who sent us the message that saved our ass against that stealth ship.
Mark, change course. Just go to Luna. I'm just done talking about the goddamn course. Just change it to Luna, and I swear to God, if we get there and one person looks at us the wrong way.
What's the max speed without affecting the belters on board?
1,000,000.
1.2 Gs.
Just go 1,000,000.
1.2 Gs will not affect them?
Yes.
Accelerating at 1.2 Gs will make them tired after a couple of hours. But
okay.
You can do a slow ramp up to 1 G.
Oh, no. This is a hard turn. What's the max that I...
I mean...
I'm pissed.
I mean, you can do an instant turn.
We're expressing our emotions through the ship's motion.
you can
the pilot would tend to do that.
I have a headache. I literally have a headache right now about this. I'm serious. I have to take an aspirin.
All right.
So what did you say the max safe speed that I could turn this and let them feel that I'm angry without hurting them?
I mean, the thing is you guys have the juice, and as long as they don't, it's not a they may make their saving rolls, their Constitution rolls, they won't get.
So you're not turning abruptly.
If you want to do it instantly without people juicing, probably like 0.6 G.
Yeah.
Let's do 0.6 then.
Okay.
And as quickly and rapidly as I can towards Luna.
All right.
So it's not like Highland and I are talking and all of a sudden like, and I headbutt the track and explode.
Do you feel it though?
We're having a conversation and we're not worried by it, and we're just like sideways and just having a conversation. Just feel something.
All right. So you change course. Sloan, are you still going down? Are you still going down to the cargo bay?
I'm also following her if she does.
It's taking her so long. I think I don't know what.
5 ibuprofen.
just down the bottle.
I called my mom. She said this is how much. My mom's a nurse, by the way. Chatterfield. So, yeah, she's going. She's just like going downstairs.
Okay. So
as we pass through the crew area, because I'm following her, I just go, "Good news, Sledge! We're going to Luna."
As you say that, Sledge immediately says, "I didn't do it. There's only one. I swear. Please don't throw me out an airlock."
I like stop for a second. I just look at him.
My ear just started ringing. That's weird.
All right, so down comes Cass and Sloan to the main cargo bay where you guys are talking.
Oh, great! Now he's here. Does he know what's happening?
I know more about what's happening than you do now. This is all very bad and confusing. Jata.
What does that?
Do you want
to
to
happen?
I'm
something.
It's fine, Highland. Jata, I'm going to ask you to do something. You're going to complain about it for a second, and then you're going to say yes. And I just flip in my hand terminal. Like my whole hand terminal, I don't even care at this point. There's messages on there from somebody called Mr. Lee, sent through UN channels. Get as much information out of that as you can.
If I have to, sure. Wait,
please
God damn it.
And thank you.
All right, so what are you guys going to tell the captain about?
So we want to talk to you about this tracker. We could destroy it, which I think would be more fun. But there's also we could keep it, and then you were explaining it earlier and quite well, if I say.
Basically, the thing couldn't be broken. It's got like backups or whatever, and it's still transmitting. Should I break it?
But if we keep it, then
like
they know. Well, no,
can we keep it?
Can we keep it? Then they know that we're tracking them and we have all the information. They know we know and stuff. But
yeah.
or we could destroy it and then we won't have the upper hand, really. It's up to you. Personally, I don't think it will matter. Having it still working would be the advantage of us changing course to see who shows up. But we are also understand that you have some Mr. Lee's been messaging you. Is that what you just said?
Mysteriously.
Cass looks through the hole in the wall at the thing. Is it just basically a module?
Yeah. They hooked up to wires on the ship.
Cass is also just like genuinely pissed off right now. So Cass,
so we know who's tracking us, is what I'm trying to say.
we know it's tracking us. We know that Mr. Lee knows we're being. God damn it! And Cass just goes back up.
Hold on. Before you leave,
No. Yes. I'll be right back. Oh,
okay, all right. So what's that?
Goes back up, storms in, looks like he's storming towards Sledge.
Uh-huh.
But then just storms past Sledge, grabs Sledge's hammer.
He's gonna regret that.
In the meantime,
I'll bring this back in a minute. And goes down into the cargo bay with the hammer and winds up.
She catches the handle before he crashes it down.
God.
See, now what does that say, Jita?
What does what say?
The terminal that Cass gave you. Because he said.
So he hasn't had a chance to crack anything yet.
Yeah, but
it's just the messages.
Point of order. Point of order.
Because
let's slow down here.
They don't know that these. They don't know these messages. They've not been told the messages yet.
Yeah. In the meantime, I guess while he went to go on his little sledge borrowing quest, she just kind of looks at Jata because Hyland gave her his opinion, but Jata hasn't yet. So she's just gonna look at Jata and say, "What do you think, Jata?"
Why is everybody looking at me today? God, what? What do you want? What do you want to know?
I just want to know your opinion on whether it should be kept or whether it should be destroyed.
Frankly, Bossman, now that you all know, I am pretty much past skating at this point. Destroy it. Eat it. I don't
care.
It hurts so much that I don't care anymore.
The amount of apathy I have is painful.
I think we're all going through this apathy because Paul is torturing the crap out of us about our goddamn
situation.
That's good tension about a problem. Yeah.
She's just gonna say, let's just leave it right now and see what happens while it's still there.
I pull out my pistol and shoot it.
I'm done. I quit this game. There's no point in me being a captain anymore because everybody's a captain.
Wait, I mean, you were being apathetic as well. I thought there was a thing. I mean, if
I'm
it's that much,
apathetic because everything is making me apathetic. You are part of no. I'm just teasing.
I mean,
messing with you.
Nah, because Jata is apathetic. I'm not. This is really fun.
Yeah, Jata is just an apathetic character.
Jata's an asshole. It's in my character sheet. I've got 4 points in it.
4 points an asshole.
Yeah,
communications asshole.
But only one sheet. It's a pretty tough thing to balance.
So, you guys you're just gonna decide to keep it for right now?
Yeah, might as well. Okay. I mean, whoever contacted us via Cass. Sorry,
Cass. Yes,
words.
Johnny Cass.
Cash. That's so cash, man. No. No, whoever, she's just kind of thinking, well, whoever is kind of probably using that track to understand what's going on. So I'd rather at least one person on our side is keeping track of us and making sure we're not going into the wrong situation. Whatever. She's just just keep it. I'm done explaining myself. I'm gonna go have a nap.
Okay. Jata, are you going to try to hack the planet? I mean,
hack the planet.
Backtrace the messages and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I take the hand terminal. I'm looking up Mr. Lee.
Okay, you already have access. I'm not gonna make you like hack into the hand terminal, but give me a cryptography test, because you got to get through like the message cryptography and all that kind of stuff.
I gotta decipher their weird like symbol password. Okay.
Yeah, like you gotta. It's encrypted, so you don't know where it came from. So you got to break through the encryption to be able to figure that out. So
I got a 17.
So that you can read the headers on the email.
Yeah. So
I'm role-playing my nap, by the way.
So you find the you're able to get through the basic cryptography, but you find pretty easily where like the messages are being traced. They're being traced from all over the place. And the message actually isn't one message. It's actually, each message is actually a combination of about 40 different messages, which were sent from all over the system and then recombined at one spot, which is the closest relay to you, and then sent to you.
So, no hard leads. Am I able to, and I don't have any stun points either. So is that a dead end?
I mean, from where you can gather, most of the messages seem to have come from Luna.
Okay. Well, it's from Luna. We're going to Luna. Seems like it's a Luna thing.
All roads lead back to the fucking moon.
Also,
this is lunacy.
Also, you're fairly certain this is something to do with UN intelligence. Just the way that the cryptography and all these kind of things happen, there's no way this is just some average corporation. It's too black ops.
Okay. And you see how this the chip says UN on it? Well, that's because it's a UN thing, boss man.
So.
All right. Fine.
All right. So we're going to skip ahead a little bit because we've had a lot of spin in the wheels, which is fun, but we'll move forward with the story a little bit more. It's going to be about 24 hours. So
hey, 24 hours, I get to see if I'm made of blood again.
Exactly. What's the success again? It's like 11?
I have 7 left on my threshold, and when it's below 5, I go from wounded to injured.
Yeah. So do both
Constitution
Cass and
it's a TN 11 check.
Mark.
Yeah. It's beet juice that's in his name.
TN 11, you said?
Yep.
And Mark, the doc. With the
we both actually
6.
ended up with 6 on the drama die.
Yeah, so it's fine.
So either one.
Now
all right, I'm down to just 1 on the success threshold. So I'm
now
injured, not wounded.
Yeah. So you only have a -1 to your checks now. So you're feeling a little bit better, you know, a little bit of like moving things around a little bit. It's not as sore, like you push your wounds in and just a little instead of like a crippling pain.
Yeah, the biogel is holding me together.
So after about 24 hours, you guys get a wave from the traffic control, from Luna traffic control, but you didn't file a flight plan, but the traffic control knows who you are. They hail you and go, welcome to Luna, Actium. We've got a bay all set up for you. Head to bay 5G. You guys
5G gives you cancer.
Yes.
Roger that. Thank you.
Could I have contacted the OPA to say that we were headed towards Luna because they were expecting me a thing, just to keep them updated?
Yeah, that's fine. They would have sent back a message saying, confirmed, we're still looking through the messages.
Okay. Just sending emojis to my dog.
So when you land at the bay, It's a hangar, so like it opens up. The top opens up. You come in and land, and it closes after you. So it's like a fully pressurized hangar, kind of repressurizes and everything else like that. You see people walking around the hangar. You can just kind of see them from your exterior monitors. After a few minutes, within a couple minutes after you land, everyone seems to leave the hangar. It's empty. Just you. Just a ship.
You expecting anyone here?
I'm expecting no one. So
someone.
Fine. I go and like get William.
Okay.
Billy.
He's been kind of meandering in the common area. So
enjoying his first tastes of red kibble.
Yeah.
Yes. Such privilege.
When you see him, you also see Paula and
Wendell.
I keep forgetting his name. I don't know why. They see they see you walking up, and they both go, "Hey, we're good to go, right?"
It's free spaceport.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for the ride, but I don't know what the hell was going on. I felt those course changes a little bit, and I don't want to get involved in y'all's personal business. I just been a long month, so.
You were about to say it's been a long road, weren't you?
From there. No.
This cowpoke's got a meander right now, so.
That
Later, Tater.
That Wendell's 10 gallons a man in a 5-gallon helmet.
Yeah. He kind of gives you kind of a little salute and says, "Well, I hope next time we meet, it's not in such a bad circumstances." And him and Paula kind of walk out of the ship, get out of the airlock, climb down the ladder, kind of into the scaffolding, and they disappear out of the hangar.
Say.
How many people are on the Actium right now? We just lost 2.
Yeah, just lost 2.
7.
Oh, we still have the refugees, no?
No, we didn't.
No, they went to they ended up going to try and get on the Rocinante.
Yeah.
Sort of. Peace. They wanted to get on the somnambulist.
The weeping somnambulist.
Yeah.
So rip in peace, basically. Yeah.
The Sledge and Billy.
Yeah. Sledge and Billy.
All right. Good, because for a while I'm like, I have no idea how many people are on this. Okay, cool. Thank you.
So, especially seeing people clear out of the hangar, I am gonna ask Sloane to meet me in the common area if she's available.
I muted myself when I thought I was muted. Yeah, she just sits down.
And I get William in as well.
Okay.
And all right, Captain. I appreciate your indulgence in taking care of Billy here. But I want to play this in a way that makes sense, or that meets your sensibilities.
As in?
Well, I don't want to make any unilateral decisions that might negatively affect the crew. Do you want to be involved in the conversation with Mr. Lee?
Yes, I do. I very much do.
All right. Billy.
Yeah.
First thing you're going to do is confirm whether whoever comes to meet us is Mr. Lee, because you've seen the man.
Yeah. I think I could do that. It's been a while. Like, you got to understand, I don't know Mr. Lee personally. I just have seen him across the way, kind of thing. He's just suits and smiles. That's all I remember from him.
All right.
Well, hopefully he'll be suiting and smiling, honey.
So here's the thing, Billy. The message Mr. Lee sent me was a response to a message I sent your dad. And your dad hasn't responded.
What?
So if Mr. Lee's a spook and the UN's at war, we may be walking into a problematic situation. I know I've had this conversation with you probably half a dozen times, but you're gonna listen to me. If things go south, you're gonna get behind me, and you're gonna keep your mouth shut.
She armors up.
Whatever, Mr. Or Agent. He says, Agent. I mean, Mr. Cassidy.
All right.
That's weapons specialist Cassidy to you, young man.
Chief interrogator.
There you go.
All right. He kind of puts his hands up. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I don't know what's going on.
So just like every other time I've had to babysit you. Perfect.
So, what's the plan, guys? What's your plan of attack?
She's gonna get armored up
Mm-hmm.
in that fan because she has like that really impressive looking.
Yeah, you have the armor with the impressive quality.
Yes. And obviously go armed. But not like in such a way that like it invokes like, yes, I'm here to shoot people. Yeah, we're here to get into trouble kind of way. As far as, and then she's gonna kind of pregame it with Cass real quick and just say, hey, so I think what should happen is I will be nearby, but if things go bad, like I want to have distance between us that if something does erupt, like my participation may not be so expected.
Let me tell you, if this damn kid gets me blown up again, I'm not going to be in a good mood.
I could understand that. But don't you take it out on me, because I wouldn't want to do it to you.
Oh, I know. Cass also preloads his hand terminal with the UN file on him that basically says he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear.
Yeah.
And then he just sends a message to Mr. Lee, or on the same channel, whatever, that just says when and where.
An almost instant response says, I'll be meeting you in the hangar shortly.
Perfect.
Mark, you notice some movement after Wendell and Paula leave. About 4 guys in black armor with assault rifles step out of the hallway into the hangar, like on the scaffolding towards the entrance. Just so kind of to picture it properly, the ships in the Expanse tend to land vertically. So in this kind of situation, when they're landing vertically, it lands vertically, and then there's a scaffolding that extends out to meet the airlock entrance. And then there's it's kind of like a pit, and then where the cargo bay would be, there's like another kind of like small like just push kind of unloading thing to give you kind of a little ramp, so that the actual engine cone is like further down in a pit rather than right there on the hangar. So on this scaffolding towards the entrance to the personnel airlock, there are now 4 armed, black armored individuals standing kind of just at the entrance. So like there's like the pathway in, and then it kind of branches out into kind of a bigger scaffolding area, and then there's the exit. They're standing right there, so that the entrance, like when you walk in through that narrow piece of scaffolding, that narrow causeway, they're just right at the other end, so they can spread out a little bit more.
Like a kill box kind of thing, like where they're set up to shoot.
They're set up. They don't seem to be aggressive, but they're definitely setting up with weapons, so they're definitely waiting for something.
Okay, so I send this feed straight to Sloan and Cass, and a copy of it to Wendell.
Okay.
Just the imagery of them there.
Yeah, she takes a look at it and she just kind of looks at Cass because he dings for it too and just says, well, somebody's here. Don't know who it is. It might be involved with Mr. Lee. It might be something else, but we ain't going out that airlock until he gets here.
Can you guys give me a everyone who's watching this feed, can you guys give me a perception, either seeing, if you have seeing, if not, just perception.
Okay.
Sure.
Come. We'll play does. Oh no, I'm certain they're trying to roll persuasion. Oops. I'm gonna persuade.
Oh, I can see my reflection in this terminal. That's cool.
You catch your reflection and you think you might see something in your teeth, so you actually just turn off the screen. Like,
so Cass, Jata, Highland, and Sloan, you all see what looks like, make sure I have the name proper, but I'm pretty sure I have it. Point. You see a symbol that Highland you don't recognize, but the rest of you guys do recognize. It's Vector Security on the armor.
Didn't we counter them once?
Yeah.
When?
They tried to ambush you on Tycho. They were the guards at Herculania when you guys went to go find the missing Mormons.
Mm-hmm.
They're they were involved in that whole situation.
So we don't really much like them.
No.
All right. Yeah, so she just kind of looks at Cass and I said, oh, it's our good friends over at Vector, I guess. So yeah, we're definitely not going out there airlock yet.
Oh, so not good friends.
Vector giving us some trouble.
More bullet-based acquaintances.
Yeah. You know, they gave us bullets, we gave them some bullets.
Yeah, there was a high speed.
Right.
There was a high speed exchange of lead.
It was, you know,
My favorite kind of trading.
a bullet shower. She's gonna like, from where they are, she's gonna like use a little panel nearby to like bomb out to them in the airlock and just say, "Hi, how you doing?"
You hear one respond. Crew of the Actium, please step out.
Under what authority?
The authority of Vector Security.
And explain to me how that works. Like, seriously, explain to me what the deal is with Vector here.
Like out of character. Like
Out of character?
What sort? Yeah, I think she's asking.
No, I'm
No, in character. Okay,
Yeah.
I can never tell.
She the main person goes kind of responds back going, just step out. We don't want to have to go in. We have the authority here. We're a lawfully contracted security corporation with the UN. It makes it easier that we don't have to cut you out. You're not going to get out of here. You're locked in. And, you know, if we want to, we could litigate you to death. So you're stuck here forever. And you're just you can just stay in there until your food runs out.
So
Well,
the
reason I ask these things is we're expecting somebody, and I want to see if you're a representative of that person, or if there is a particular reason you would like to speak with us this evening.
All I know from my orders is that it has to do with you and some issue that we've had in the past with you.
All right.
Cass like leans over and lawfully contracted. Just so we're clear, contracted by whom?
The UN.
The UN.
This is not UN business. This is our own personal business. Listen, she's lady, captain, whoever you are, and the other guy. I'm just here to do a job. I don't want to fight you. This is just a paycheck.
Fair enough. Just give me a moment. Let me make sure I get some ends tied real quick, and I'll be right back with you. All right. I understand your position. You're just trying to do your job, hon. And she clicks it off, and she just kind of looks at Cass.
I recall that was the session I was not here for.
Probably.
You were there some of it. You remember the aftermath when you well, first off, do you remember when they ambushed you in the hallway and then Jata removed the leg of one of them?
Very
okay. And then, do you also remember breaking in through, proposing as the resupply ship, and then you getting caught, and then that you posing as the resupply ship to?
That doesn't sound familiar. I think that was one of the sessions I missed.
Do you remember doing like?
Can you start
Gun
adding
kata?
the word allegedly to all these?
Well, I'm sure I did gun kata. That sounds like me.
And then you negotiated with the doctor lady. She was like, "Hey, the Herculean is gonna blow up."
I do remember that. Okay.
Those were the guards who you fought with last time.
I turn to Highland and I go, "Me don't think these guys are gonna like me."
I don't think they're gonna like me either. I don't think I like them already. I also don't think that we are gonna leave here. It looks like we're already slated to be prisoners here. And I don't like that.
Me took one of them loaders' legs off with a gun.
Oh.
Yeah, she's gonna calm to like the entirety of the ship, because she assumes that y'all all basically heard that whole exchange.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna calm the rest of y'all, make sure y'all are hearing her. She's gonna say, "Boys, I'm gonna go alone. Y'all stay here. That means y'all gotta act without me right now. I'm gonna see if I can work this out where it's just me that goes with them. Because we got other business to do here first, and then I don't, or alongside this, and I don't really want to be getting us going with all of us going with these guys and get stuck in that situation. So let me see if I can work this out." And then she, she comes back to those guys and she says,
"Break a leg."
I starts laughing with
"Oh my god, I need like a spin-off series about the two of them just
The Adventures of Highland and Jata.
It's the comic series.
The Misadventures. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like a mid-season 3 bottle episode because they needed an extra one, and it's the two of you hanging out in a cargo crate.
It happens to also be the musical episode. Yeah.
Call it like Beltalowda Bound. But she can go ahead and calm back to those guys, and she's gonna say, "All right, here's the deal. I'll go with you. Will a captain suffice instead of an entire crew? Because I got people on this ship that ain't had nothing to do with any of that."
It's fine with me. We needed someone to go talk about this deal.
That's fine. I'm on my way out, and I'll see y'all in a minute.
All right, we're waiting. They
No,
seem to be
don't go
aggressive
without
right
me.
Yeah, she's definitely not taking Chom. Like, he's that guy. Yeah, so she's gonna go ahead and she's just gonna kind of tell everybody she's gonna say, "Keep track of me through my terminal."
Everyone, give me a
Point of order.
Yeah.
Me already keeping track of my terminal.
Yes, I know. Everyone give me a perception check. You guys, if you have perception seeing or tracking or intuition or hearing, you can use those as well.
Yes, hearing. Aha!
Okay.
Intuition. Right. Intuition.
I quit.
That it? Okay, yeah. Sloan was already walking out.
Well, she's about to. She hadn't walked out yet.
Okay, give me the perception check then. Either one of those.
I did.
Things. Oh, you did?
Yeah, it's a 12.
Yeah,
A 12.
hers was the first one.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, you're fine.
So you're all paying attention to her very carefully. You're making sure you're watching the feeds and making sure, looking at the stuff, looking at the guys outside. Highland, you think you hear some rustling from the external kind of microphone. You hear some mumbling between the guys, the people in the black armor. That seems off, like tense, whereas the guy who's talking seemed very relaxed, but the other guys seem very tense.
Yeah, because they're scared of me.
You have stun points, Highland, as well.
Yeah, so you can use those stun points if you want.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh shit.
Yeah, probably investigation.
What are my stun points right now?
You have
three.
3, sweet.
You could use Lucky Break on investigation. Or intuition, which is cost only
Lucky
2.
Break's always cool, but it's like a prophecy kind of thing. They drop a line that you'll maybe see later. It's cool, but I don't know if I'll do intuition, I think. Jim reveals a fact about the object of your test you could not have noticed or deduced simply by interacting with it. So I guess more information than just the test.
You hear someone mention sledge.
I knew it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I turned to I think I imagine we're all like sitting in some sort of terminal. And I've got the headset on and we've been watching our own independent feeds, and I am imagining Sloane's making her way towards the exit, and I think he stops.
Boss Mag.
Mm-hmm.
They're here for Sledge. I just heard it. They're talking about Sledge. So we use that, but I think we know who's been tracking and why we're here. All right. Good luck, Breakerly.
And Cass, you can tell that the main leader seems relaxed, but the other three are there. You've seen people with guns, and you've seen for a longer time how they react, and these guys look nervous. Like Andy's small move is going to set them off, and they're going to just start shooting.
Cap, hold up a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are on edge. Just
so talk slow and move slow. Is that what you're trying to
move
tell me?
slow? If this is anything like other, look, I'll be the first to say, cops who are looking for revenge are not the kind of people you want to make any bad move on. Move slow, hands up, no visible weapons.
Okay.
If this is going to have any chance of you getting out of it, getting out of here without something happening to you like happened to me on the bridge of that ship, it's going to take some doing.
Right, but if they start firing, then move fast, because then you'll be shot.
Duly noted.
Be ready to hit the deck. Mark. She's going out through the personnel airlock. Have the turret ready.
But don't make it move right now. Don't make it seem all active and all that right now, please.
I'll have it up on the screen right here.
There you go.
Ready to drop down.
All right, gentlemen. Well, let's see how the dice roll for me today.
I also, like really quickly, I pull out my hand terminal and shoot a thing off to Mr. Lee that says, Vector at our airlock. If they kill any of our people, William gets a bullet.
He responds back
because they're contracted by the UN. So
yeah, he responds back being like, "Understood. Why Vector?"
We have history.
So let's cut to Sloan.
Okay.
You are heading out the personality lock, right?
Yeah, and I do it very cautiously, very much like he said, just kind of had my hands up, like where they could, at least where they could see them. I'm not gonna be like this, but I'm definitely gonna kind of have them up in a way like where it's not necessarily, oh, look at me, I'm scared of you, but it's more of like, hi, how you doing?
Calm down, non-threatening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You say anything?
I just walk out and I just say, gentlemen, how are you today?
The one of the guys, the guy you talked to, he takes his helmet off and he puts it down. He's kind of a brown. He's brown skinned. He's got like a like close shave, but it's like purple. Is his hair color? Like obviously dyed, artificial. And he puts his helmet down, and he sighs. He goes, "It's been a long day. This is a side thing that they asked us about. We're fine. These guys just had to deal with some other issues. So if they seem a little nervous, just it's been one of those days."
Y'all should have said something. I would have brought you a snack.
We're fine with snacks. Don't worry about it. And then suddenly, everyone else is going. This is the sequence of events. You all get a notice on the terminals. You know that the cargo airlock is opening.
God damn it, Sledge.
And you see through the monitors that Sledge is already cycling the airlock and stepping out of the airlock.
I knew we should. Now, do I get any of this alert?
No, but you do see it because you can hear the airlock cycling. It's not silent. So
and it's like through a grated floor. You can just like look down.
Look down, and you see him stepping out of the airlock.
I'm just gonna kind of point down to him and look up and back at them, and I say, I think that might be the person that you have something to settle with.
You get out. I think that might be before the three. One of them, the trigger happy ones, raises his gun at you and fires, and the other two raise their guns at towards Sledge, and fire. So, with that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, Paul. Just set me up to get freaking a freaking firing squad.
Listen. I said everyone had a perception check. If you got a 15 or better, you would have also noticed that Sledge was making his way through the inner hall towards the cargo bay.
Okay.
Yeah, it was for both reasons. You would have noticed both.
So we all failed that.
We all failed that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Even though we knew. That kills me because like I was watching Sledge the whole time.
Yes, Sledge. But
remember, you got distracted by the thing in your teeth.
Oh, that's right. That's right. The monitor, the reflection.
Let's take our break.
All right. So, we're going to roll initiative here in a bit, but we're going to the first thing is going to go off this. So the rifle, the guy's going to fire at you with the rifles. Submit. What's your
AC or whatever?
Yeah. Your defense, I think is what it's called. Double check that name. It's called your defense. What's your defense?
It says 11.
That doesn't sound right.
I know. I think it's 13.
Okay.
Yeah, mine is 12, and I think she has better armor than I do. But I don't remember.
Armor is different. Armor is calculated after if it hits or not.
That's right.
Defense is if that hits you or not.
Yeah, it says on my character sheet that my defense is 11.
All right, we'll go with 11 for now.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll figure it out later.
15.
For some reason, 13 sticks in my head.
Well, he hits you but we'll see how much damage he actually does.
None, because I'm amazing. I'm impervious to damage.
Plot armor.
I mean, you have fortune, so
yeah.
Hopefully you are impervious to at least one shot.
Yeah.
That's 11 damage. So it has to factor in your toughness and your armor. So whatever your armor is, which I think is like 3 or 4 plus your toughness, that automatically gets reduced from that damage.
It says on my character sheet, it says 1 armor, but I know that it's 3.
No,
because if I have 4, your armor's better than that.
No, you have at least 4. So
I had light armor specifically, by the way.
Oh, is it light armor? No, I thought it was medium armor. I can look it up real quickly.
I think I have it. Yeah, impressive armor light is what it says on my notes.
Okay, so that's 2.
Okay, thank you. I don't know why. I must have not updated it for the armor.
Actual combat.
I'm looking through the armor right now. So light armor is +2 bonus. Armor penalty is -2 or -1. And the impressive feat is.
Makes me look good. It's so good looking, they don't want to hurt it.
How does the quick reference guide not have the damage rules in it?
So
yeah,
so
I don't know why.
I'm DMing the DM. You must retcon that he shot at me because he was like, "Oh wait, that's really
so
nice stuff."
That's so shiny. Yeah.
Okay. Subtract the target's toughness, including armor. So toughness as a stat is armor plus constitution.
Yes.
Okay, so my toughness, so my toughness should be 3 because my armor plus my 1 in con, right?
Yeah.
So 2 plus 1.
So
because that tracks with the way the calculation's being done on my sheet. Because my con is 3 and I have 4 armor, so my toughness is 7.
Okay. So,
yeah.
Flying damage. Toughness. Some characters. Okay, so subtract toughness from damage roll. Their toughness is equal to their constitution score, which can be 0 but not negative. So, what's your constitution score?
1.
You have 1 constitution score. And then some characters wear armor. It enhances their toughness, some quite a lot. Which, in case of military power armor, armor rating increases. So your armor is bonus is 2. So you have a total of 3. So you negate 3 of that 11 damage. So the rest of it needs to either be soaked by you, or you can use fortune to essentially say that it glanced off the armor.
And since you need to soak 8 damage, you're going to want to use fortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Because if you soak at all, you start taking injury and wound. So
if I so you're saying if I soak 8
if you use fortune, you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you say you decided to use 6 fortune and soak the other 2 with dice,
I'd be a little.
You would be at least injured.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do all fortune for now because I'm at a full fortune score anyway. So you said 11, so that's 11 damage I take.
No, it's because
you're gonna need to use 8 fortune.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you factor in your toughness and your armor, so it's 3. So then you immediately remove those 3 from the damage pool. So now you just have 8. You have to somehow deal with. And so if you use 8 fortune,
I'm gonna use fortune. Okay.
Yeah. So you don't take any damage. What happens is as you hit the deck, as you're standing there, the guy pulls up his gun, shoots at you, and it just kind of ricochets off your shoulder. And then the other 2 guys are going to shoot at Sledge, and we'll hope he's not dead. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm hoping for in this case.
Yeah, I was just about to say the exact same thing.
I will be locking the inside cargo airlock door shut at this time.
Okay.
So he can come back in and seal the exterior door, but he ain't coming all the way in.
1 hit, and then...
I almost considered making Sledge come out there with me. I really did.
The other one's not going through. It's all right. We'll do the damage for the first one at the very least. Oh. And he hits 2. All right, so 2 damage. Go roll for damage. Boop, and then 11, and then 14. So the thing about Sledge is that he's got he's got armor. He has 8 armor, so he actually does not take a lot of damage from that. So the first one, so he only takes 3 damage from the first one, and 6 from the other one. So yeah, he's low on fortune, but both the bullets bounce off his armor as he kind of like ducks to the side a little bit, kind of surprised at the gunshots. Now everyone roll initiative.
Okay.
What if I just want the hang back? I'm just joking.
I'm also with you. This got some popcorn.
There's a little
I
button
get
in
to
the
roll
bottom
initiative
left.
with my pistol skill.
There's initiative. There it is.
Yeah.
I was about to say, where is initiative on the sheet?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's right under your name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Never.
Thank you.
Place to look. Thank you.
All right, so we've got
No idea what I'm doing in this scene.
We're all kind of in whatever area we were in watching
Can you
Sloan
use
leave. So
can you use initiative stunt points?
No. I can if I get them on my pistols roll. So it's the reason I know you can't is because I have a special ability that lets me generate stunt points on initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think in general you could though. So cool.
So
Sorry.
we
We
have
don't generate stun points now. Or there was something that we didn't do, but Sloan is able to do. Is that only when piloting?
That's during ship combat.
Ship
I'm the
combat.
only one
Okay,
that
thank you.
generates stunt points. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. But
I guess this is the first like real combat where we're not just shooting people in the back.
Yeah.
Um.
Let's see.
Yeah,
So
this
the
is
first
much more
one is-
traditional. Everybody gets an initiative score and goes in an initiative order.
Yeah. The ship combat thing makes sense. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cass, and then we've got
Oh, it's so rainy outside.
Jata, and then Mark, and then Pierce. Or Sledge, I should say. So I'll do this real quick. Okay, so what did you get on the drama die there, Cass? Got 2, so it's going to be the police officers first. So, the security agents.
Yep.
And then we've got Cass, and then we've got the detective. So, and then we've got Pierce and the detective. And then we've got Mark and Jata. Mark goes first, though. He's got higher initiative. Mark and Jata. Then we've got
Jata,
Highland,
hack their
and then
gun.
go next. The officers are going to shoot again. They're the next one up. We get another quick pull off. All right, so one of them is going to shoot at you, Sloan, again, and then the other one's going to shoot.
Oh, now I'm triggered.
What?
Yeah.
What's the person who had his head on his shoulders correctly doing?
He's still standing there. He's still kind of taking in what's going on. Like, he's still surprised by the whole thing.
It is not his turn yet to react.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So that's
Unfortunately
gonna
for
hit
me.
you there for
Please not a bunch of number again.
7.
Okay, that's not too
So-
bad.
So 4
Nice.
more fortune to soak it.
Yeah, I'll just take it.
All right.
Of note, if you can get into cover, cover counts as additional armor.
So they can still hit you, but it gives you higher armor.
What cover do I have in an airlock? Like, come on.
Well,
I mean, it's got
I'll-
the walls
I'll
that
take cover behind one of his friends.
well, so you've got. Do you remember the scene in when they first got the Rocinante in episode 1, or episode season 1, where they're kind of like running
vaguely,
where they're running to get it, and there's like a bunch of like iron grate kind of scaffolding around, or like around them.
Oh yeah, we are on a scaffold kind of thing.
Yeah, so you could duck behind some of the. It's not perfect cover, but it's just enough cover that a bullet might ricochet off of the metal rather than you.
Yeah, even light cover counts as 2 armor, and only gives you a -1 penalty on your attacks.
It counts as something.
All right, so then we're going to go with both of them at Pierce. Again.
I hope that motherfucker gets killed today. I'm serious. I'm mad at him, man. If he had walked out that airlock, everything'd be fine right now.
And now we wait for roll 20 to show up.
Oh yeah.
This is on Pierce though, so we'll wait for we'll move on to Cass. Cass, you're up.
I'm immediately heading for the airlock.
Okay, you can get to the airlock and get to the interior of the airlock is locked because Mark locked the interior of the airlock, but you can get.
Well, no, he locked the interior of the cargo airlock.
Oh, of the cargo.
I'm going to the one Sloan went out.
Correct.
Dang.
So first one missed and the second one hits with 1 stunt point. I'm going to keep it simple. So some gun stunt with 1 short burst. Ignores 1 point of toughness. So because it's an automatic rifle. So let's go with them. Firing is 1 hit. So you can only take 7 of that. 6. Pierce. Real quick. Okay. Now it is so you get to the airlock. You can get to the airlock if you double move there, essentially.
Done.
So next turn you'll be coming in. So now then it's Pierce who's going to he's going to return fire and then take cover. Because I think you have to move before you shoot unless you have that special skill. Doesn't really have it. So
yeah, you can't shoot on the move without pistol style.
Yeah, but you can still shoot and then move, or move and then shoot. So
correct.
As long as that. So he's going to shoot his pistol, which he's not very good at because it's sledge. Secret, and then shoot. Which generates stun points, but he doesn't hit anything. I don't think. Real quick double check, but
I think it's hard to have a defense under 10.
Yeah. So he and then he takes cover behind some crates, so he's like fully concealed, so he's not going to get shot again. Now it is the detective's turn, and the detective is going to desperately try to get his men under control. He starts screaming at them like you idiots! What are you doing? Don't shoot them! And he is going to give him a leadership check. Because they're really frazzled, because they doesn't know. Okay, nope. So he tries to desperately try to get them back in control, and they don't seem to be reacting. Now it is Mark's turn.
Oh, the turret.
The turret.
I would like to take a shot at only the guy who is shooting at Sloan. I don't care about the other ones.
Okay. All right, go for it. Gunnery.
Yep.
Help me, Obi Mark.
Come
You're
on,
my
roll
only
20.
hope.
There we go.
I'm mostly unarmed.
Yeah, it hits. Roll me some damage.
What is damage
to a
for?
person?
It's
for
considered a
that?
rifle.
Sure.
Yeah.
Considered a rifle. Okay, hold on. I think I have a rifle. I don't have rifle on here. So how would I
It's
roll that
3d6.
manually?
3d6.
Roll 3d6. Gotcha.
3d6 plus your perception, I think. Is
No,
what
is
it
it
is?
Which would be plus
No,
it's
for
3.
damage.
It's accuracy to attack, perception for damage.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Okay, so plus my accuracy, which is also 3. So
No, plus your
7
perception.
plus 3, 10.
Perception.
Plus your perception.
Perception. Same.
Sorry.
So
Same,
same.
10. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see these guys real quick. Double checking this that they have the right armor on, because I'm pretty sure they do, but I want to make sure.
Zephyr's just this guy, you know?
All right. So they seem to take some. They definitely hit, but it ricochets off of one of. You're going after the one that was shooting at Sloan, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It ricochets off his arm a little bit.
Can I, after firing, make an announcement out there over the speakers?
Yeah.
Stop shooting, or my next shot is from a PDC, and it'll take your air away.
You could hit him because this is an open hangar, so the PDCs would work.
Oh yeah, you could just PDC the people.
Yeah. You destroy the scaffolding, but
Wait, are we open to space right now?
no. So the hangar, the way it works is that it has a big open hangar that you get in the moon's surface, and you go into the moon's surface, and then it closes behind you. So it's not like an exterior airlock.
Like Levski.
Like Levski.
Okay, so I make the announcement exactly as I said it, and I aim the top PDCs straight up.
Okay.
Sloan is not standing on the scaffold. She is in the airlock, right next to that big pretty gun.
So you're in the airlock and the exterior is open?
No, she's on the scaffolding, but
he's on the scaffolding outside of the open outside of the open and or closed airlock.
Open airlock.
Open airlock, and she's on the scaffolding finding cover.
Yes.
Yeah. I was just being
No, I need to. Point of order for me.
Yeah. No.
All right. So now it is Jata. You're up.
Oh no! I look at the terminal, and I want to see if in the area. Last time we encountered people, I was able to get into an automated trolley.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything like that? Any automated cargo equipment I can maybe access from here?
You could, but none of them would reach the people who are firing at Sloan and Pierce.
Okay. All right. Rerun suck anyway. What to do?
That's what I'm doing. Just sitting in a chair watching this unfold.
Ah.
Do we do?
What can I do? So as I'm looking at the feed, the guards who came out, is there an airlock behind them, like a shutter door or something?
Yeah, there's a door that can shut.
Can I try and hack that so that no reinforcements show up or any other kind of characters?
So we're gonna do this like the advanced checks. So I'll walk through that real quickly so you all know. I believe 14 for ability checks. All right. Types of tests: basic tests, post tests, advanced tests. So the target number is going to be a TN 15, and so what matters is your drama dot. So each roll of obviously 6 seconds, but what matters isn't if you if you succeed or not. If you succeed, whatever you got on the drama die will reduce from the difficulty, so it makes it easier for you to do it. And it also, once you get down to 1, when the TN is basically 1, we still have to get TN 15, but when it goes down to 1, then you've hacked it. So it's TN 15 right now. No, I'm sorry, TN 15, and the difficulty is, let's say, 10.
I rolled a 17. Drama die 4.
Okay, so you succeeded, and you took 4 off of it, so you need 6 more. So you get a 6 on the drama die. It should remove that as well. We'll just make it average, so 10 instead of 15 in the future, because 15 would be challenging. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it should depend on the system. Like, if this were the door in a much more secure facility.
Yeah. It's a public hangar on Luna, which is a really well-traveled place. It's not, they're not going to spend a ton of money on security.
TN15 is hard, apparently.
Yeah, TN15 is challenging, so it'd be average. It'd be 10. So 10, 10, whatever. So you're able to start the process of hacking into it. Now let's move on to Hylam. You're up.
Same thing. Not sure what to do. I think he goes over the radio.
Bossman, back up. Get into the airlock. We'll lock you in.
Lock the door. Close the door when she gets in.
That's all he does.
I turned to Hyland and said, "You want to help me with this thing?"
What are you doing?
Sorry, what are you doing? Sorry,
Bossman.
what are you doing?
I need you to press that button over there. I want him to assist me with this. If he assists me, will we be able to do this task faster?
Yes, I'll let you guys do it together, so you guys can both work on it.
All right.
So if you want to use anything, you can use intelligence technology. How would you assist him in trying to like accessing these this door is the question. Whatever you can think of and how you might help him access these doors with your skills, I'll let you roll that at a TN 10. So.
We're trying to get into their database so I can hack that door. Prevent any backup.
Okay. I think he just looks at the feed, and he looks at the buttons, and then he looks back at the feed. Is there anything using, I don't know, tactical awareness or anything to like? You're trying to lock the door?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to shut it behind him.
Let me look at you.
Yeah, I think he doesn't really know like he doesn't have much virtual intelligence.
Yeah.
But I think he's like just trying to stare at the feed and try to notice something that he doesn't know how all that stuff works.
He's not a hacker. Not all belters are hackers, Jata.
Yeah,
Can you make out the serial number on the door?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. All right, yeah, I'll do that. I was like, yeah, what can I? Because I was like, you can't like knock a panel and like lock the door from the inside. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'll try to see if I can use my belter eyes to see the serial number.
What's your belter eyes see?
Look at me with your belter eyes.
He's trying yeah, exactly. He's trying to install a program, and I'm trying to read him the CD key.
Yeah.
So he's just like waiting. Okay, 3 to A7. Yeah, while I'm just staring at the screen.
Give me perception check.
No, I mean 0.
Yeah, exactly. It says an O or a 0. I don't know. Try O. It's a Q. Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Okay,
TN 10. So you have to get a 10 or better to help.
Perfect.
You have perception sight, right, as well?
No,
Oh, that's hearing. Hearing, okay.
Oh, and you have stunt points. Ooh.
Is that really 10 stunt points?
That's 10 stunt points. Oh, no, it's 5 stunt points.
Yeah,
Okay.
the system doesn't handle triple doubles.
Yeah,
Well.
I guess in another system, trips is ultra crit or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you do it. So you would definitely give 5 drama down to the drama die, which means that you'd only have one left to do it. With stunt points, you could help a little bit as well with the perception. I don't know if advanced stunts can benefit from drama die or from that, but we'll see.
There are some stunts that can handle it, that can affect advanced stuff because they're specifically called out.
Oh yeah, you'll see him say basic or advanced. So for instance, pulling up a infiltration
or detailed, simple or detailed.
Detailed, yeah. So like intuition, simple check is GM reveals fact, but detailed is when you uncover a clue, you gain 2 new leads instead of 1, making the path branch. For instance, or down the rabbit hole detailed, this test leads to a revealed. So like that, for instance, is supposed to only work with advanced or detailed tests. I've been using it anyways. Or breakthrough, reduce the total number of leads by the path by 1 by jumping 1 further point in the investigation immediately, which allows you to essentially skip one of the difficulty points if you wanted to. That would be 5, and I think you have 5 points. So
5, yeah, I'll do all that. I mean, I'm having a hard time in the narrative of all these stunts I could do for reading. It's a serial number. Yeah. So yeah, I'll do that.
So here's what I'll say. We'll play it as you're able to tell him that
make and model.
You're able to make a model, and you've seen this model of door before, okay. and you remember there's a trick that you've used in the past to
only kind of door I've hacked before.
that you can trip a certain system. You remember hearing about a certain system really easily. And it'll seal, and it'll trip the emergency seal, like a fault in its wiring or its design that you've used to break into stations before.
You saw a guy trip that to tell it was exposed to atmosphere once, which emergency locks it closed.
Yeah, something like that. You remembered that, and you're like, oh, it does this, and so
right, okay, I've been here before. Yeah, do the all right. Click that. Yes.
Yeah.
Uncheck that one. Uncheck that box.
Okay.
Yep. Trust me. All right. Now enter.
All right. Trusting you.
And then it closes because of that whole thing. So there were seals behind them.
I've seen that kind of door before. I've heard about that once. Didn't know it worked. Glad it worked. All right. Great.
Let's get in the door.
All right, next is Sloan.
About that door.
Sloan, you're still standing with your arms up after you've been hit twice by bullets. Wind knocked out of you a little bit.
Is the airlock? The airlock door has not been opened yet by Cask. Correct?
No, it is open.
The outer door is open. Yeah, right. I got to it and I opened.
Yeah, so both doors are open. The reason why I know it's open is because Mark shot through it. So it had to be open for that to happen.
Yep.
Yeah, so she's just gonna back right on into the ship.
All right.
And and obviously hook around to, not just stand there. And she's that's pretty much it for her. I mean, she went out there at least with not any visible weapons, and she would need to take an action to take a weapon out anyway. So there's no point in her whipping one out right now. I mean, I guess she can move back and whip it out just in case, but she's gonna wait to whip it out until after she's behind that wall. If that makes sense.
Space phrasing.
Got it. So you can keep the door
open. Excuse me while
I
whip this out.
You're behind a wall, but they whip it out.
I mean,
All right, so you can move.
You just gotta whip it out.
Are you gonna shoot? You move and then shoot from behind cover?
No shooting. She's just taking cover in the on the other side of the ship door thingy, and just.
Once you come in the door, you could just slam it closed. It is an airlock.
Oh, okay, do that. Right on. Thanks, Mark. Mark's like watching her come in. He's like, you're right next to the door.
If you weren't gonna close it when it got to my initiative, it was getting closed.
She's gonna punch it, slam it shut.
So he punches it, slams it shut, and now it's their turn. They're gonna shoot at the ship now.
That's rude. What did the ship do?
That's dumb. Are they that stupid?
They're panicking right now. All right, so
Well, they're probably just trying to follow her. He's at least trying to follow her fire. What about, are all three of them doing it? Or
yes,
just
all
the
three of them are shooting at the ship now because they can't see Mark. I don't see Sledge.
Sledge.
Yeah.
Oh god, they're gonna make me do a thing.
Like I don't know if they damage can do anything. I don't think they can do anything to
No.
the ship.
They can.
So this is actually a thing about the Expanse. Non-armor piercing rounds are designed in this universe specifically not to be able to penetrate hulls.
Yep.
Because you don't want a gun going off on a ship causing it to be exposed to vacuum.
Okay, so here's what happens. One of them shoots and then ricochets off, and the other one pushes their boss aside and runs up towards the ship and produces, you can see through the airlock window, you can see him pull something out, kind of rope around, pull something out, and place it on the door, on the exterior of the door.
Great.
And then runs back. And then the other one picks up his rifle, and he's gonna, he takes a shot at it. Let's see if this happens.
Dang it, Paul.
We've already replaced that airlock once, Paul.
We might be stuck on Luna for longer than we'd like.
Oh, god damn it. Why are these guys so accurate with their rifles?
Paul.
Well, good. I don't have to open the door to do what I was going to do.
Paul, you just go straight to hell.
So...
Stop blowing my ship up.
Narrative speaking, this is what happens. You see it, and you're cover behind the thing, and the door blows in to it. It doesn't do any damage to you, but it's specifically poof, and the thing just kind of jumps. It jumps a little bit and then falls down inside the ship itself.
Okay.
Now it is the detective's turn, who decides he's done negotiating.
I go before the detective.
Oh, no, you do. Go for it.
I step out through this exploded airlock. And so since I'm on this side of the gantry, do I have an angle on Sledge?
Yes. It's a light cover he has for you, but...
Yeah. I step out, I just yell, stand fucking down, and I shoot Sledge.
Okay, give me a shot.
Alright. Accuracy pistols. I'm using my good gun.
Your kilo pistol?
No, this is my gun, which is very fine. So I get I get +2 on my to use it for weapon stuff. It's gonna roll eventually. I hit the button now.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
Roll 20.
Come on, roll 20.
I'm fucking done with Sledge, by the way.
Well, for those listening, for those listening at home, what did you just roll, and how many stunt points do you have?
I rolled a 20 with 4 stunt points, and Sledge has taken a number of
rifle rounds
that he's had to soak, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Kill him,
then
dead boy.
I am going to use knockout. If your target has lost half or more of their fortune, my attack imposes an unconscious condition, so long as the damage exceeds his toughness. Okay. So I need to roll damage, but that's the stunt I'm going to use.
Go for it.
And damage on my pistol.
If you roll max damage, I'm going to buy you beer one of these days.
Roll for damage.
Apparently he stopped drinking, so...
Well, I mean him.
Him.
Yeah. Cass stops drinking and he's suddenly much better at what he does.
Who would have thought?
So, only 5 damage, so I probably don't get through his toughness.
But his toughness is 4.
Oh, yes. Okay. So yeah, I just the door blows back and I just walk out and I look at the police, the officer, and I'm like, fucking stand down. Bam.
You just like look off to the side. I can imagine this steps out. Fucking stand down. Boom. Ah! And then scatter.
I was just hoping you'd do that.
So, here's the thing. The detective is, Pierce is next, but he's knocked out. So the detective goes, he pulls out his pistol and points it to the head of the guy, one of the guys, and shouts, "Listen to the fucking man!" and cocks the hammer back. With that, they all seem to like put down their weapons and are just kind of like, okay.
She comes roaring out of the door.
Okay. With your pistol out?
Yo, no, she's put it back down. You know, she's just like, yo, man, goddamn airlock, you sons of bitches. And she just, I mean, it's like, you know, like when the Texan just gets to the point where they're just screaming and shouting that you can't even understand it. It's going so fast because they normally don't speak that fast. But it's like Boomhauer. She's like, dang old
angry Boomhauer.
Goddamn, 5 minute
Hey,
airlock.
Goddamn,
Vector security, just fucking blow my airlock and I'll fuck you.
Dad. But Dad. Why'd they blow up our airlock? Well, son, they're just sons of bitches.
I sell airlocks and airlock accessories.
I've seen this airlock accessory before.
The Air King 5000. Strickland airlocks. It's funny because Strickland's an actual character in the Expanse.
In all seriousness, we did replace the airlock once.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we replaced the death trap of an airlock.
Yeah.
Our old one was like an antique airlock, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, she's just like, dang on, you didn't get me to do the airlock today. A better one than the one I had.
So,
dang on.
As you come out shouting and screaming, the door opens and in walks 6 UN Marines, one in power armor, shouting and screaming at the
I need to stop you. UN Marines don't have power armor.
They do.
Do they?
They do.
Because okay.
They do, but
it's just not as good.
It's not as good.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But one of them has power armor, the other ones don't. It's based off of the book continuity. Both of them have power armor. It's just the Martian power armor. You can think of it kind of like Red Alert in like Command and Conquer. Like you don't have the Allies don't have heavy tanks, but they do have light and medium tanks. Whereas you know the Soviets had medium and heavy tanks. That's that kind of thing.
You said Red Alert, and all I can think is, I'm escaping to the one place not corrupted by capitalism.
Nice! Good old Tim Curry, baby.
In a comparison to Star Citizen, so like in the Expanse, the Martian power armor, it looks very much like medium armor, like Star Citizen, like the Inquisitor armor. So like, because it's my only reference, like what does this UN power armor look like? Is it like bulkier? It's like less agile.
Yeah, it's like the old heavy armor, the older heavy armor that you see, like a Marine heavy armor.
All right, okay.
So less agile, bulkier, more pointed lines.
Right.
But the other Vector security all drops their weapons, and everyone's shouting and screaming. They point at you guys on the on there as well, and they hold out their weapons. They're all wearing like full enclosed suits as well. So
when they drop their weapons, I power down the PDCs.
Okay. What do you guys do on the scaffolding? Because I know you still have your gun out there, Cass.
I like do that thing where you like hold your hand up and the gun just like you loop the trigger guard so it like falls and dangles, so you're clearly like not ready. And it's like the situation's under control.
Point of order. Did we lock that door?
You did. It They forced it open.
They unlocked it.
Yeah, power armor is pretty good at opening doors.
Barks,
I
and it
think
just like
also Highland is still in. He still doesn't. He's still questioning that. Like I question that, but I think also he's like, "What? Did we just?"
Yeah. It was locked, and then it just it opened up, and there's a UN Marine with like power armor that just like opening it up to let the rest of them in. After a couple minutes of shouting and screaming from the Marines, and everyone's just kind of getting everything under control, the bottom airlock or the bottom areas of the airlock open as well, and a couple more lightly armored security guards with UN like logo on it coming in, and finally out steps a man in a full pristine pinstripe suit with a red tie, white collar shirt beneath it, holding himself with a very confident aura, big smile on his face.
This must be
kind
some
of
smiles.
It's Wayoon. The Dominion is here.
He's kind of a slightly darker shade skin, like Mediterranean or like Latin American kind of complexion.
Literally as soon as this guy walks through the door, just Cass thinks it's Mr. Lee, so he like grabs his pistol again and just like holsters it.
Okay. This causes one of them to kind of like jerk towards you, and Mr. Lee just kind of taps on the shoulder and is like, "It's okay. It's okay." And he takes a deep breath and adjusts his suit and goes, "Deal with these guys, Sergeant. This is my clients." They nod, and the guys in the bottom take away Pierce, with Stretcher, and the rest of them are all taken away in cuffs, and leaving you with just the man in the suit, and he again adjusts his tie, steps to the sides and disappears, G-Man style. No,
Stop it!
He walks forward.
My emotions.
He walks forward and looks at you, Sloan, and goes, "Captain Sloan Maddox, I assume."
Sorry.
Well, I'm about to be Sloan mad as hell, Axe. So, hi, welcome, hello.
He looks over at the door.
Salutations.
He looks at you and goes, "I'll get that fixed for you. But
thank you.
I have a proposal." He looks over at Cass and goes, I sure really do hope that our mutual friend Mr. Stenton is not dead right now."
Oh, he's fine.
You got lucky. I cared more about saving my captain than about keeping my word. So yeah.
Well,
Billy's fine.
If you let Mr. Young William out of custody, I'm sure his father would be very glad to see him again.
Billy,
Yeah.
get over here now! Double time!
Hey, kid.
He kind of walks up after all the explosions and gunfire and shouting, and Jata and Highland being like, "Don't over there! Oh no, there! Let's do click that, like the confusion." He's a little. And Mark being like, "I'm gonna fucking open up this airlock with PDCs and everyone's going to die." He's a little leery coming out of that.
It's fine now, child.
As he walks by me, I go, I just mutter like, "You almost got me fucking blown up again."
I'd just like to point out, I didn't actually kill anyone or fire any PDCs. So.
That's true.
Didn't happen.
Tentatively walks out and like kind of glances at the guy in the suit and then nods and then just slowly walks by him. And then once he gets a certain distance, like a good distance away, he picks up his pace and he starts not jogging, but like fast walking out of the area.
He's like, "I'm done with y'all."
Yeah. Then he kind of, the guy in the suit light goes, "Now, please take me to your ship.
Well, it's right
Doors
here.
open.
I mean, you're standing right in front of it.
Doesn't actually close anymore.
He points at you and goes, funny man. Funny man. I enjoy good humor. Your file was all wrong. And then walks into the ship.
I also resent my file, by the way.
So
megalomaniac.
In the ship, he gathers the rest of you together, all 5 of you together while he's talking. Because now no one's on the ship other than you guys. Because Scarlet's gone.
The crew. And we finally offloaded all of our hangers on.
He goes, so, as I'm sure Mr. Cassidy has informed you, my name is Mr. Lee. Let's not beat around the bush. I work for certain security concerns inside the UN. Certain security concerns that have been alerted to the actions of Mr. Benji. I'm sure you've all met him.
We have a common enemy.
Well, more than you think. Before Mars and Earth decided to start shooting at each other, we were tracking Mr. Benji and his former employer. I'm sure you've met his actual employer. One Mr. Sebastian Pope.
Did we meet Sebastian? Did we just hear about him? Oh, no, we met him.
No,
you didn't meet him.
Sebastian Pope is, among other things, Sledge watermeloned one of his employees' heads.
Yeah, sorry. I just was like...
Yeah, the ship that we pretended to be to go to the asteroid. Yeah. Or the ship that we, charted their course to get to the asteroid where we saved all the scientists. That was a Pope Ventures sort of...
Yeah, the one that for the longest time, I thought was an actual Pope. I thought he was the Mormon Pope, and it was all intermingled.
So
that is such a problematic statement.
She just says to him, "We're familiar with Mr. Pope."
He looks at you, Highland, and he goes, "You're newer, but you've probably heard of Sebastian Pope. He runs, for your reference, Highland, he runs Pope Sanchez Shipping, which is the biggest shipping concern in the system. It's one of the bigger companies out there. Think of it as, in terms of using Star Citizen reference, it's Covalex. He essentially runs Covalex.
All right, that helps a lot.
Although Covalex is in the Expanse as well, isn't it? They have the logo is in.
They have the logo.
Episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They snuck it in there in season 2. So
there's a lot of fun things. There's also a company that's an homage to Adam Savage is on some of the props.
Oh,
stuff like that.
Well, he's in the show too. Adam Savage is one of the technicians on the
awesome. I didn't know
that.
It's whatever ship goes to Venus. He's on.
Oh yeah. It's the exploration ship.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that. So, he kind of continues on. Well, you see, before everything went to hell, what we could piece together was Benji was running Culpeper for Mr. Pope, and then he decided to run his own business without Mr. Pope's knowing. For instance, Mr. Pope didn't know about you being contracted to work for Culpeper.
Check's cleared.
So,
until they didn't.
We feel that Mr. Pope and Mr. Benji had a falling out over a very concerning discovery we've learned. It seems Mr. Pope was looking to acquire a dangerous new weapon from the investigations into Malkowski's mercantile. Mr. Benji thought he could use it for his own purposes, as far as we can tell. And we think he may have acquired it.
Dangerous new weapon? Are you talking about that shit that went down on Eros?
The rumors of that, possibly something else. But we think that Mr. Benji managed to acquire some of this, and he was burning all his bridges, loose ends, when dealing with you. You're lucky I found out who you were before that all went down.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up, by the way.
Best I could do at the time.
It only ended up with me being riddled with bullets instead of dead. So, you know, it's an upgrade.
Since I know none of you have a particular love or interest in Benji, I'm here to offer you a job.
I'll kill Benji for free almost, but no, we got to.
Yeah,
I mean, got to make money.
not that we're opposed to hunting down that rat. It is worth noting, Captain, that we are technically already gainfully subcontracted.
Don't worry about the OPA. I'm sure Fred Johnson would like to see Benji's head on the platter as well.
Seems like everybody wants him dead. So
he made a lot of enemies.
I mean, I could care less if he lives. Just want to work for him anymore.
I'll give you a job. Your job is to find Benji and to find his weapon before he can sell it to the wrong people.
Because the UN's such the right people.
I'm not saying we are. I'd just rather it not end up in extremist OPA hands. He looks over at Chata. Friends of yours?
I don't have any friends.
Ain't that the truth?
Or Mars. Certain factions of Mars would love to get a handle on that. See Earth turned into dust. For the safety of the system.
Seems like nobody needs that thing, and it needs to be destroyed.
I don't care what you do with it, as long as it's not in Benji's hands.
Understood.
Oh, I thought we were talking about destroying Earth.
What's that?
You know,
I thought we were talking about destroying Earth. Sorry, I was thinking about blowing up Earth this whole time.
Oh, yeah.
You too? Must have been a shared dream.
Only.
Telling you, the spinoff's going to be a hit.
I don't know. Earth is where my ex-wife lives, so I'm kind of ambivalent about the whole situation. Anyway,
so the job is to find Benji. If you want this, I'll pay for your airlock. I'll pay for your resupply, and the food and fuel you need to take you on your way.
Cass just looks at Sloan because it's not his call.
Throw in some kind of weapons upgrade, and you got a deal.
Is that it?
I was hoping you'd say that.
What do you need? What do you want? What would you like to upgrade?
She just kind of, Mark, why don't you figure that out and get back to him on that?
Sure.
And then she just kind of looks around and she just says, "Anybody else got anything that they think we
Mark
need?"
will give you a shopping list. I think is the correct.
I want my own.
What do you want?
I want my own ship.
The spinoff begins.
I want a racer.
You want to call it the Razorback? Is that what you want?
No, I want to call it the bristles front.
No, Jata gets the Rosencrantz and Highland gets the Guildenstern.
That's exactly them.
So the general options is you can have two upgrades, two qualities upgrades. You can you already have he does everything but nukes. He's not going to give you a nuke.
Well, I mean, a girl can dream.
But he does offer plasma torpedoes.
That sounds cool. I want one of them. Actually, I want a whole bunch of them.
So plasma torpedoes are essentially
full of blood.
Yes.
The extracted portion of blood that forms the plasma.
White blood.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah.
It's designed to burn through holes and inflict focus damage. The torpedo does 1 die less damage, but the target ship also reduces its hull score by 1 category against it. So if it has 2d6 hull score normally, then it actually has 1d6.
Oh.
What else is he offering?
So it does more damage overall because it has less of a defenses against it. He also offers, to
find out his ceiling. What else? What else?
He offers hull plating, obviously.
Figured.
We got a good pilot. We don't need that.
You already have advanced sensor swag. You already had 1 advanced sensor package upgrade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can add an additional additional to that one, additional one. And he also offers the maneuverability, essentially giving it more thrusters. So it would allow it to a +1 bonus to evade checks.
Okay.
It's also considered one size small, or no, sorry, it's considered one size smaller, which usually amounts to a +1 bonus to the tests.
Yeah.
So
I choose option D, all of the above.
You can get 2 of those.
I thought I was negotiating this.
No, you do.
Yeah.
You do.
Okay, so here's my retort to all that. I'd like the plasma torpedoes. I'd like the increased maneuverability. And just throw us a little bonus here and, replace our broken turret, our broken airlock turret with a new one, lethal. Our broken non-lethal one with a lethal one.
Okay, so you have 2 lethal ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Mark's like, I'm done. I'm done playing nice.
I want one of your fancy hand terminals.
He
And a
pulls out,
fancy hand terminal for Jata.
Make it 2.
he
Whoa,
shakes.
And a new
Sure.
pair of shoes for Highland. And a new pair of shoes for Highland.
Shoes.
We'll send you a little bit of a shopping list for all the smaller kind of the things.
There are going to be some basic supplies that we will need in addition to the ship update.
Basic.
And we'll just give you a short list.
Katz just makes eye contact with Lee and gives him this, do you see what I put up with every day kind of look.
All right, so he goes, yes, this is all fine. Send me the list of what you need. So if you agree, I can give you the best lead we have.
Well, it'll kind of be a necessity.
My weekend's free.
Track him down.
As you can tell, our resources are a little stretched thin with Mars. So we can't. I can't give you
our ship.
Yeah.
We don't need raw resources. You took it all.
So the best we can give you is a lead. The lead is a contact of mine and a friend of yours is at Prometheus Station. Highland, this sets you off instantly because it's a known pirate station. It's a station where it's not it's a non-spun up asteroid, so it's a 0G station.
I know who he's about to say.
I'm really tired of being accused of having friends all over the place.
No, I think he's a little more than my friend.
It's a friendly face, don't worry. I'll give you the details on their contact. But for right now, let's just call them George. You'll meet George on the station. Refer to them as George, only as George, in any communications. From there, they'll help you out.
All right then. Anything else, Mr. Lee, that we can help you with, or that you have to offer?
Not right now. I'll be in contact. He steps up, adjusts his suit, his tie.
One last request. Can you keep your destroyers off our tail?
Best I can. He turns around and walks away.
We didn't even destroy the last
one. And as he's about to,
I'm saying that in a way to buy us goodwill.
Yeah. He's about to climb up the ladder. He's topped and he goes, "Oh, and George, he's let's just say he's a free fool. You get what I'm meaning?"
No.
He's a free fool. He says a little slower, and then climbs up the ladder and walks off the ship.
Amilona.
I fucking hate spies.
Free fool. Free fool? Is that like a pun?
Free foolin'.
He's good, pirate. Loves his
Probably
money.
about time.
All right, we'll end it there for right now, but.